says, it has a line saying this line horizontal. So they give you a few helping hands out when you're putting it back together, in case you didn't really pay attention when you were taking it apart. Okay, what I'll do is I'll assemble this side of the carburetor first where the fuel goes in. Firstly, what you need to do is put the needle in its little slot over here. It's too hard to do. You put it in the one. It goes in that left-hand side hole there. There's actually two holes there, but the other hole doesn't go to anything. Then the little float hooks around that piece there. Hooks around that piece there anyway. And then you can put it on, and it doesn't really matter if you put it on the wrong way, because you can always undo the screw and just sort of swivel that around if the line isn't horizontal. This is the hardest part of assembly. What you have to do is put the accelerator cable through there, so it comes through there. Then you have to lift it up with pliers or your fingers and put it into its little hole there, just there, and then spin it around and put this plastic piece down there. But this is the hardest part, so it's not too hard. You just have to be patient so you don't bend it or break anything. Okay, I got that in. That only took about a minute or so, but you just have to be careful that you get everything in the correct place, because there's two little bits which come down from this plastic bit, and they have to go in the right spot, or otherwise you'll bend it. So now you can see that when I accelerate, it spins that round. Okay, now put this little bit of that little, don't know what you call that, but you can see on that side it says this side down. So that's what I'll do, and you can see that there's two little grooves there, and two little grooves just there, which each of these sit in. So that now it's sitting down neatly in it. So now we see it moves up and down. Then you put that up through it, so this little spike sits out of there, and then you'd put this on here, this on the part, and I think this even says, no, it doesn't say which way it goes, but it goes like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you have to put this spring on. So you can see I've got the valve just there, not moving it. The spring, it's the little spring, not the big one. And then you have to put this thing here over that, so that the little notch in it goes through that hole and locks it on. Okay, I've got that on, and it's also got an extra little bit of safety so it doesn't come out this little piece here. And you can see that there's a hole bigger and it goes smaller. So you put it on the big hole, you put it in the big hole, then push down and slide it across, and it locks it in. Okay, now that's on, put this spring here, it sits just there, should, it fits over there, and then this thing here is just a pop fit, it just pops on really, so you just put that on and then it's assembled, apart from the kill switch here, which is this little thing here. So I'll just put that together and show you about the kill switch. Okay, this is the little kill switch thing. There's two little contacts down here. Those two brass things just there. 1, 2. And one of them goes straight down the middle, and the other one goes through the side. You can see that hole there? Now you've got to make sure that you've got that hole on the right side, because that hole's not through the center of this piece. It's off center. And that sits in that little part there. You can see just there, that's the hole that's not on center. You can see that's not on center just there. So you just got to make sure that you have it on the right way, otherwise you'll be wondering why it's not going together. Okay, when you're ready to put it back on, I put that on first, then I put in the two little kill wires there, and then remember to put it on. You start it off at about a 45-degree angle. Started off at about a 45-degree angle, and it slides in. So you see it just slid in then. I'll show you again. So you start it off there. You can actually see the notches just in there, but so it slides in and then twists, and that's in. And then you just go ahead and attach all these wires here. That one goes on there. This one goes on here. See what I've done is I've put this on the wrong way. See where this should be is down here. So all you do is simply just unpop it, then spin it round. And also I firmed in that line there for you to see. See, that's a horizontal line, so that's horizontal to the ground. Okay, I'll test for the spark plug again. So hopefully it should have a spark. And it does. You can hear it ticking, yep. So I'll put this back together. I might just clean the fuel tank, put a bit of fuel in there, just blow it out with the air compressor, and then it'll be going. I've been spending about 10 minutes trying to get this bloody case on, and I've discovered that the person before me who had this has obviously tried to do some repairs, and these screws, those threads in there, have been stripped the shit out of. I mean, look at that. That goes in that far, and it doesn't even twist. So well, it does a little bit, but then it stops. So what I'm going to do is get a drill out, drill them to 7mm, and then tap them to an M8 thread, and then that'll hold it on. So yeah, that was a bit annoying, but anyway. Okay, I've got fuel in the tank. I'll turn the fuel on. It says give it a few primes. Doesn't feel like it's doing anything. I'll give it a try. It's pretty cold, it's just been raining. So I'll give it a pull and see what happens. Give that a start. When I started it before, I noticed that the throttle was like sticking. It wasn't smooth like that. So I just came in, took the covers off, took this off, and the little plastic piece in there I swapped around, like I flipped it, and that seems to have fixed it. You have to actually take the carburetor off. I didn't need to take it up to the bench, I just kept it down near the engine. It's pretty simple to take off the carburetor, isn't it? It's only a screw fitting sort of thing, so yeah. Okay, I put it back on, and now the throttle is nice. I'll take it outside and see if it fires up.